Hi everyone.
Hey.
It's Nabeela and Tucker here, and we're here at the Ashmolean today. And
We're just going to look around and show you what we find cool. Ashmolean's the biggest museum in Oxford, so there are many things to see.
and we're just gonna hang out because it's the last week of term technically.
Yes.
So
oh my
we're
gosh, I'm so
finishing up.
excited. It's 8th week. Yes.
For the year, it's 8th week, and
I
we'll
still
show
have
you
a
around.
few more days of fasting left, so quite excited about that too. Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, we'll show you around some of the cool. We're gonna go to an exhibition right over there, and we're in the bottom. Okay. So we're here at this exhibition of Abraham al-Salahi, and I actually wanted to come here because my stepdad's an art historian, and one of his art historian friends said that this was a really good exhibition, so we're going to check it out, and we'll show you around some of the artworks and stuff like that. But he's a Sudanese artist who lives and works in Oxford, so very, very cool stuff. Lots of art happening here, local community.
Local. Going that way.
So this is a really big work, and it's called the Flamenco Dancers. And if you see right in the center, it looks like there's a flamenco dancer.
Also, this one looks like a mermaid. So the Ashmolean has a really cool room on coins. This room in particular is quite Eurocentric, but it has a cool collection of how money has developed across Britain and Europe. I want that one.
Which one?
Can you get it for me? Number one.
Number one, the really big one.
Yeah. It looks like those chocolate coins. Have you ever tried those? I don't know if they have them in America.
Yeah, we have like chocolate coins.
Oh,
yeah.
Chinese coins are really cool because they have holes in them, and you're supposed to string them together. And then that was like, I guess instead of a wallet, people would carry that around, and they're so cool. But I don't know if they have any here. If we find them, we'll show you.
Nabeela, Chinese major.
Well, you know. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh.
China, Nabeela's favorite section.
Just a little bit. I have some ancient Chinese money coins in my room as well. So I actually have small models of some of the knife money in my room on display. And 9 to 11 is what I was referring to earlier, where there's a hole in the middle of the coin. Some of the other ones that you see, you might notice that they're like strange shapes. But in China, these, during the Ming Dynasty, were forms of money.
The knife ones?
The ninth one, yeah, the knife ones. And
I see there's shells as well.
yeah, there's conch shells. And I guess this moves in accordance with period of time, so it's chronological and how they developed. Yeah, because conch shells probably came from the sea, and then the shapes start to become bigger.
I don't know if I'd enjoy having that spade coin, number 3, in my pocket.
I mean, it's
with
like
the giant points on it.
a weapon and a money thing at the same time. What would you want?
What more could you want from your money?
Exactly, and you can use it as a knife and a fork, and it's amazing. But I like 9 to 11 because they're quite practical. And to be honest, I turn them into necklaces. But Tucker just asked me if I saw anything like this when I was on my year abroad last year. And Beijing has so many cool museums, like things from a bee museum to a transport museum. And the city's so huge, so like if you're interested in something, they're bound to have a museum about it.
We've made it to one of the Chinese galleries.
By coincidence.
By coincidence.
By coincidence.
Not on purpose.
No.
But Nabeela would have definitely taken us here eventually.
Maybe. I was actually reading a book last term about Chinese fashion and clothing because I was thinking of doing my thesis on a similar topic. So I find this particularly interesting. And if I did pursue that specific topic, I'd probably look into this book as well.
Costume of China.
So Tucker, what were you just telling me?
So we're here in the Italian Renaissance Art Gallery, and I was telling Nabeela that the director of the Ashmolean also does magic shows. It's true.
Yeah,
Would you like to?
yeah.
The great Zaw. Yeah.
I had no idea. Like,
I can see his YouTube
He is.
okay.
Yeah. We'll put a link in the description.
So after you watch this video, hop on over.
and find some videos of the Great Zaw and the Ashmolean director's magic shows. Fun times.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone needs hobbies.
Yeah, everybody needs hobbies, and cool ones as well. If you're not that into art, not everyone is, I still encourage you to take a look at the Ashmolean, just because there's so many different things from different cultures around here, and I feel like it's very important to just explore different cultures. And a place like an art gallery as big as the Ashmolean makes it really accessible to do so. And you don't need to know anything about art history or art theory. You can just look around at things. You don't even have to consider it art per se. Just consider them objects. Yeah, I don't know if you've seen pages for historical memes, but if that's what's going to inspire you to come, then by all means do so. Because a lot of people have been editing ancient photos with memes to make them current. I don't know how you feel about that, but you could always see the real deal at the gallery and then hop online and see the meme version. But right now I'm in the music room, so there's loads of violins, and this section shows you how a violin is made, which is also interesting. And look, we found a taco.
These are like Stradivarius violins.
Yeah, there's so many different shapes, you see? Like, you could just...
Stradivari.
He's in his zone right now. But we could just agree that this is a cool shape, right? And that's all that is to it. You don't have to think beyond that. Just, think that it's a cool shape.
So all the Stradivarius violins and like, instruments have their own special names. So this one's like the Messiah, and this one's the Cipriani Potter, and that one is the Road, I guess. So.
Do you guys have your own instruments? Do you name them? I feel like everybody who has an instrument does name them. My friend had a guitar called Velvet. Tucker's fanboying again. Oh, really? Let's go.
Swear.
You swear?
Yeah, it's video.
Oh, okay. Oh,
See,
blurry,
my
but
autofocus is terrible.
I guess we'll never know then. Camera don't focus on the fakes.
So the thing about Murillo is he's a Spanish artist, so from the 17th century. It's very like typical Spanish art from the 17th century. Murillo is very typical for like including lots of sheep. He paints lots of sheep and lambs. So you can find Murillo paintings all over the world just full of sheep in a very distinct Murillo style. So that's like very obviously Murillo.
On a scale of 1 to 5 sheep, how much do you like his work?
Well, there's 3 sheep here, so we can go with 3 sheep.
Ooh, you don't like him.
One of my least favorite.
Seriously?
Of the Spanish, like 17th century artists, yeah.
Okay, cool.
I like El Greco. El Greco is El Greco. He's
I'm pretty sure
Greek.
a lot of people would know him.
But he worked his entire life in Spain.
It's a bit blurry. But just search on Google.
El Greco painting here.
Yes.
So El Greco is definitely nicer, I think.
Yeah.
And if you go to Spain, you can see lots of El Greco work, especially in Toledo. So.
Yeah. Are we going to this room? Cool. I was going to say that just a moment ago, before I got the camera out, we were trying to play Guess Who the Artist Is and name people, and that was quite funny.
This room is like really crowded. If you want to see like the most crowded room in the Ashmolean.
Crowded?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so
Just
Tucker's been
paintings.
saying that European and like British galleries do not leave enough space in between frames.
And I think this room exemplifies it.
I think this room is a good example. A bit awkward, really. But like, there's pros and cons to everything. I feel like if you have things close together, you can compare things very easily. Who has enough wall space for one painting per wall? Like, what?
So, in terms of female artists in the Baroque period and like Renaissance period, Rachel Royce is like one of the most famous. She was a still life artist, and this is a very nice Rachel Royce still life.
Interesting.
So you can see some good representation in this gallery.
Yeah.
Because so many artists during that time were men, but there were still female artists.
Yes, female represent. We always existed.
Yes. I'm not as big a fan of 18th century because my stepdad focuses on the 17th century, so I'm predisposed not to be as big of a fan.
Anybody who does psychology, please leave us parenting theories right now.
Yeah.
Thank you.
There's lots of like Venetian art was very big at this time. So
He has
lots
very
of
nice eyes.
kind of stuff. So wait, actually, what this is representing a lot is this thing called the Grand Tour of Italy. So this is kind of a thematic gallery why they're putting Britain and Italy together. Exactly, it says that right there. These souvenirs of the Grand Tour,
Let's go closer, you can't
the
read that
experience
yet.
of a lifetime, were prominently displayed in country houses in Britain and Ireland. So basically, there was this whole group of artists, especially in Venice, that would cater to people in Venice and in Rome, who young British people in the 18th century would go on what they the Grand Tour of Italy, young, wealthier British people, and they would travel around and they would want to take souvenirs like postcards back, but they didn't have postcards, so they would buy paintings. So you can find these really crazy paintings from this time, which are just like putting lots of like different landmarks that aren't close to each other, like in one painting.
That is pretty cool.
So that, you know, a guy could like remember like all the fun stuff that he saw in Italy.
Yeah.
And this gallery, that's why they're putting Britain and Italy together. So I talked a little bit about how museums like to do thematic galleries, and this is definitely like a more thematic gallery as opposed to a specific place, specific time.
Yes.
So.
There's always a reasoning behind it. Oh my gosh, I remember coming here in first year. I really liked this room. Oh, it's just so cool. And now, coming back here, it just reminds me of the Harry Potter studio tour. Just because...
I really want to go on the Harry Potter studio tour.
Really? It's good.
Yeah, I haven't been.
I made a video on it. Everybody, wait. Oh, watch the video. But this reminds me of that place. Good luck, Nat. It's on my channel. I went there over the holidays.
I don't have any videos on my channel yet, but I'm going to be in Japan for 2 months this summer, and I'm planning
Thank you. So I went
there
after my birthday, and I filmed it because that was fun. But
Thanks.
this reminds me of that place just because I feel like the green and just the lighting, it's kind of magical. And it's like, if you've seen Harry Potter, it's kind of like the auras. I don't know how to explain it. It's like the place where everybody gets to work if they work in the Ministry of Magic. And they go down those chutes, it reminds me of that. These are very grand. Does anybody want one?
Oh, I really like this one. Look at this one, 125. It has like the silver below and like a green glass above. Very
Interesting. Cool. Yeah.
Nabeela's taken over this.
Very cool, very cool. I'm just holding his heavy camera now.
Taking control of the...
I mean, I'm basically filming you, you know?
Yeah, thanks.
Although I do really like timepieces, like I have a few, not like this of course, but I just think they're so cool. So again, if you come in person, be sure to look into the small details.
Do you see it? It's Oxfordshire.
This is called When the Penny Drops.
Did you know it was Oxfordshire before? We were just, this is the room with the violins that we were filming
Yeah,
before.
I want to show you, like, when you go up a floor and you step back, you can see the whole room overview. And then, as Tucker has demonstrated, you see things that you didn't notice the first time around.
Yeah, it's a map. That's Oxfordshire. That's the shape of Oxfordshire.
It's
It says
tapestry.
Oxford.
It must have taken ages to make.
Oh yeah. I don't know how well it's coming through in the
I saw
video.
some really cool, no, in the video it's not coming through very well, but
Okay.
I saw really cool tapestry in Iran. There's like a museum, and many of the floors just have handmade tapestry, and it's so impressive because the details are so intricate, and it's all handmade, and it's beautiful. So we've come upstairs to the restaurant floor, and they have a really nice open kind of garden area. You get kind of a view of Oxford from the top, but if you're eating, this is really nice, I think.
You missed Nabeela doing a jump.
I can jump again, I'm really good at that stuff. Yeah! It's not the same.
So yeah, that is, that's a hotel I think right across there.
Yeah.
And there's, you know, some towers down there and other parts of the Ashmolean, the roof.
The front entrance would be down there.
Yeah.
To the museum.
The front entrance to this museum is right in front of us.
Yeah.
And
On top of the world right now, guys. Come join us.
you can see here is the other part of the roof. Nabeela, where are we?
We're in the main floor gift shop. There's another one upstairs, but that was specific to the American exhibition that we saw. But this room features things from a range of the galleries that we saw today.
Postcards. My mom sends me a postcard every day.
Really?
Every day. This is the gift shop. Lots to see here, including Nabeela. There's books,
You can't buy me the...
clothing, cool designs, postcards, free to call on a pillow.
Lots of scarves as well, actually, and jewellery as well.
Scarves are really big at museums, definitely.
Scarves, jewellery, notebooks, reading books, pens, stationery. A bit of everything, really.
Good place.